Welcome to the Church of Thomas. These are excerpts from Awakenings in an Age of Angels. This is the foreword of the Reconciler Gospel of Thomas introduction. The Gospel of Thomas was never meant to be excluded from the collected works that have become known as the New Testament. Politics of the time created rivalries that, to prove their side, corrupted and led to the exclusion of opposing viewpoints. In the first century, there were differences of experiences of Jesus' life and teachings. They were coexisting ministries, often in the same or nearby neighborhood relationships. As the rival apostles dispersed or died, the rivalries lived on in their disciples. Each rewriting of Gospels according to various students added redactions to strengthen the stand or refute opposing viewpoints. As Romans used the differing viewpoints as proof of the non-validity of Jesus' life came to a head in the 4th century, a legend of the Apostles' Creed was formulated. This creed was credited to the original Apostles' agreement on orthodoxy. However, the first historical reference of the Apostles' Creed was in a letter from approximately 390 years after the death of Jesus, from a letter of St. Ambrose, Bishop of Milan. The imagery of heretics branching from this creed is in error. The diversity of the early years being narrowed more closely resembles a multiple stream system narrowed to a single channel. This channel became a single small spillway when orthodoxy was solidified. This channel did not split again until the Reformation. Victors in most struggles write the histories. Christian emperors held the power to appoint or exile bishops. The emperor's favor alternated between Trinitarian factions and Arian factions alternating. Each power shift was reflected in alternating views of true orthodoxy. The role of heretic also alternated as this flux occurred. The power shifted at least 5 times. The Nicene Creed was solidified when the Trinitarian faction was in the emperor's favor. Any gospel that did not agree with the Trinitarians' viewpoint were assigned to the role of heretic from that point onward. The followers of the teachings of the Apostle Thomas were put in this category. The Thomas Christians thrived until the 16th century in eastern areas of the Middle East, including but not limited to Syria. At that time, Jesuits, among the others, pressured the changes that are now in effect, though the phrase Thomas Christian has survived to this day. The additional books of Thomas are as flawed because of redactions as any other gospel in written form today. The laws of man have diluted the words inspired by Jesus' life and the one's intent. The original works of the Apostle Thomas, the Gospel of Thomas, in its original form, found in the Greek fragments, were meant to be the sort of adaptive DNA for the New Testament. The time and need for that adaptability of this gospel has come. For many reasons, this interpretation of the Gospel of Thomas will be fought. One huge problem with the world today is the unnecessary schism between reasonable, rational use of intellect and the never-ending search for the connection with the One. The One encourages the practice of both in tandem, not the current state of acrimony. This needless misunderstanding is stunting the full potential for both spiritual and intellectual growth. This is not benefiting either side of the argument. There are many reasons for this job to fall to me, but just know that by bringing it out of its obtuse form as written by the Apostle Thomas will help the world reconcile the opposing positions at this point in history. I hope you find something of value in this version.